we're good to go. Hello. Huskies back again with more Chicago Blackhawks GM mode franchise mode commentary. Last video we won our second Stanley Cup, fifth over the course of the Kane and Tays era. But I was greeted with this screen once I hit view retired players. So we have lost Duncan Keith, the ageless wonder, the toothless wonder. So that's not really what I wanted to see, but at the same time he's retiring as an 85. He was already playing second pairing minutes. The only issue I have now is trying to replace him. And before I go any further, apologize for the lack of videos, but my mic actually broke on Tuesday, and my new one came yesterday, and it is so nice. Hopefully the sound quality was different. I know people don't really notice it, but just the fact that I can like move around and not have the wire staticky, and it's a nice headset. I'm glad I have it, and I feel like the background noise that I would pick up isn't there. Like you used to be able to hear my controller. You really can barely hear it now. But yeah, if I look down further, we see Duncan Keith retired and Brent Seabrook retired. So I would have been out of 2 defensemen this year if I had stuck with them. But I did not. We're going to go ahead and hop into the draft. We're doing our off-season here. I don't think I have any picks, but we'll see. I don't remember if I made any trades that were my first round pick. They weren't. So I have a first round pick. Let's see if I can find a sniper. We'll take the Canadian sniper here and see if he's anything. I have to go back to all the way up to look. Low top 9, so that is a bust and a half. Did not want to trade for that pick. Alright, come on. Send the user pick. So while we're doing this, I'll talk about the, I don't know if anybody saw it, but they released the NHL 18 kind of deep dive into the franchise mode. There isn't too much that changed. We'll take a goalie. But they did add the, a medium starter. Nice. Oh, I have a high second round pick, so that makes sense. That's good. I'm okay with that. But they released their kind of in-depth look at the next year's franchise mode, and they added the expansion draft. You can be the 31st team, a 32nd team, or just play normal, which would be 31 teams. It did sound like the protection lists, if you are the 31st team, are the exact same as they are in real life. Well, like the AI won't have to make their own, but it did look like if you make your 32nd expansion team, then everyone has to submit a list, I believe. I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention to it. They didn't really go in depth into it. But I mean, they look like they redid the draft. We'll take another goalie. They look like they redid the draft, just interface and whatnot. So it looks pretty enticing. One thing they did add is mid-season extensions, which is something that has been requested for years. I guess no trade and no movement clause are another thing that's in the game. So NHL 18's franchise mode is looking pretty interesting. I wasn't gonna get hyped for NHL 18 because NHL has been a consistent letdown in terms of gameplay. I haven't minded the GM mode on the next gen, but gameplay wise it's been a letdown, and I'm still not holding my breath on the gameplay, but the GM mode looks really good. So what do I gotta sign here? I'll hop back into this and we'll see what we're working with. So I got to sign Pasternak, Hartman, Riley, Tulo, DeBrincat, and Panic. That's not a goalie. I have signed Hutchinson, that's fine. And I have 17 million to do this. Pasternak, how much do you want? 4.8? That's actually not terrible, because you're probably not going to be higher than the third line. 4.875 times 0.85. 4.15. 4.15. There we go. He should accept that. It's only a 2-year deal. Ryan Hartman only wants 3.5. That's, again, it's another 1-year deal. 2.975. So these guys really aren't Mike Riley wants 5. That's a bit much, but Riley was a nice little grab for our D, so I'm okay signing him at 4.25. It's a little bit much. See, now this is what I'm talking about. This is a team-friendly deal. He's the same overall as Riley. I can get away with 3.05. Yeah, we'll go with that. And he should take that. And then DeBrincat, you shouldn't want a big contract either. You don't want anything. I'm going to be a little shitty, but I'm going to go ahead and sign him for 6 years at 1.025 because I feel like that's decent. Victor Bartley, you can be a... Actually, I need to sign a defenseman, so I should probably watch my cap space because I don't think I'm going to be able to make a trade for a defenseman. I think I would have to get lucky with free agency. Free agency usually isn't very lucky for me. Bartley, okay, so Bartley declined. That's actually a good thing. But I think I just used up all my cap space. Yeah, I have 3.7 million in cap space. So let's take a quick look and see who I have that might be expendable. So I need to bring in. Ideally, I need to bring in a top 2, at least a top 4 defenseman. And right now, I really don't have anybody that's... I mean, the guy that makes the most sense is Anisimov. He's a free agent next year. He's making 3.2, which it's a good deal. But he's had some real troubling stat lines. He had a good playoff run. And he turned it around once we put him... He was a 20-goal scorer for the first time since his first year here. Since once we put him on the 4th line. But I mean, aside from that, I don't have much to throw around trade-wise. I'm strung up because of how much I'm paying my lower-tiered guys. Shoshnikov might be somebody that goes. But I just don't have like a trade piece that I could move ideally for a top 4 defenseman. Because if I look at my defenseman right now, Hjalmarsson, Riley, Mata, Polka, Tuolo. I have 5 quality defensemen. And then I have Bartley and Svedberg as my 6th. That's not... And Forsling, I suppose. I'm not even sorted by overalls here. So yeah, I need at least 1 top 4 defenseman. That's going to be tough, especially since I have to sign a backup goalie. I should probably just sign Hutchinson. He was doing our... Oh wait, no, this Bruce guy might... I'm going to wait to sign my backup goalie until we get closer to the season, because this Bruce guy might develop nicely and give me a backup goalie right there. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to sign anybody else. Because I want to try and save all of my money, so I'll sign... Oh, do you want a one-way? You want a one-way? I don't want to sign Tyler Mott for a one-way. Because he's not good enough to be in the NHL. Well, he's really not. Because, I mean, ideally, if I... It's Panik or Mott, really. They're the same player. Mott's got more of an upside being he's 25, he's got better senses, he's got better puck skills. Yeah, I'll sign Tyler Mott. He doesn't want too much, I can probably go to 900,000. Victor Bartley, I'm gonna let walk. Victor Svedberg, you want a one-way deal? Really? Oh, he wants a two-way. Alright, cool. I'll give him a two-way. I don't care about any of these guys. Unless they're young. Wait, UFA? Yeah, that's what I want. Just because who knows if I sign him, maybe a team will send me like a draft pick for him. Oops, not him. I've only got one guy right now, this Bergquist kid, that could potentially turn into something. I have no prospects right now. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Dvorak's not an awful prospect. He could possibly get to an 80. Fromm's not going to get any better, probably. Okay, yeah, maybe I am. I'm pretty low in the prospect pool. I didn't silence my phone. I'm a bad YouTuber. Sorry, boys. I'm sure that doesn't affect most people, but I know I get a little annoyed, so I'll turn it off. Alright, so let's go ahead and sim. Let's see if Tyler Mott and all those rookies sign. I gotta sign Freddie next year. I might have to, I see, I don't know what I have to do, because I feel like our team, even with the way my defense looks right now, it's so solid just all the way throughout. I mean, I don't have that upper echelon defenseman that Keith was by any means, but maybe I don't need that top 2 defenseman. This is usually where I would come out and say, I'll ask the viewers for an opinion on who I should go after. But there's a whole bunch of defensemen. There's only one that I have my eye on though, and it is Justin Falk. Now he wants 6.5. He's an elite 2-way defenseman. What if his stats look like so far? 49. Look at those minuses. That's how bad Carolina's been. That's in no way a representation of his skills. He's been a 10-goal scorer every season. Almost 40 points a season. I think Justin Falk is the guy I should go after. I mean, there's a couple guys on the cheaper end. Sammy Vatanen, Alexei Emelin, Justin Schultz, but these guys are too low. The only other guy I would consider is Torrey Krug, but he's 6.4. Travis Hamonic, 6.025, 29 elite defenseman. I would like Falk because he brings offense. Same with Krug. Krug would be a decent guy as well. What's Krug's stats look like? 40 points, so about the same as Falk's. He was a 20-goal scorer though. What are his attributes? He had a decent shot. So Torrey Krug or Justin Falk, 6.4 or 6.5. So what that means is I have to make a trade. I have to shed at least $3 million in cap space. The only issue is finding where that $3 million is going to come from. It makes the most sense to trade Anisimov, honestly. If I look at just purely salary based, yeah, I mean, and he's 32. I mean, Kane and Tage are 31 and 32, so I can't really use age as a defining thing. Ryan Hartman would be somebody else to possibly trade. 2.9, I have 3.5. I need to free up at least 3. Oh, I would have loved Schmaltz to get a boost stat-wise. But the issue becomes, if I trade Anisimov, do I have a center that can hop in and take his spot? Taze, Anisimov, Athanasiou, DeBrincat, Schmaltz. So, I mean, I could put Schmaltz on the 4th line center. He's got 80 faceoffs, so he would be a good 4th line center. He's not going to bring me 20 goals. DeBrincat's not a center. He's got 70 faceoffs. I know faceoffs are something to not really make or break a player in this, but let's see who wants Anisimov before I... Alright, so Columbus, Montreal, LA, Philadelphia, St. Louis, Tampa Bay, Toronto. Alright, so there's a couple teams. Who makes the most sense in terms of cap space? Alright, so Columbus, he came from Columbus. I don't want to trade him back to Columbus. LA, they're a contender. What can I get for Anisimov from LA? What do they want to trade? I mean, a 2nd round pick makes sense. Do they have any prospects that might pique my interest here? Top 6 defenseman, 18 years of age. Let's see if we can get this Bieksa kid. That might be too much. Oh, trade accepted. Alright, so I didn't accept that to go through. Shit. Alright, well, I mean, Anisimov's gone. Not thrilled. Still have a 96 offense. We only have 6 million in cap space, though. That's not enough, so I have to make one more deal. Who else do I trade? And I still need a... Oh, no, I don't necessarily need a backup goalie because I'm hoping that Bruce Kidd progresses. Proposed trade. So I need to free up another $1 million in cap space. Shit. Gustav Forsling, will that free up cap space? It should, right? Yeah, it does. It frees up just enough. Who wants Gustav Forsling? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Nobody wants him. Alright, so who's a rebuilder that would take him? The Islanders are a rebuilder, they'll take him. Give me somebody shitty, I don't care who. Johnny Boychuk, you probably have a big salary hit, so I don't want to take you. Yeah, you make $6 million. Get the fuck out of here. Give me a 4th round pick. 4th round pick for Gustav Forsling. Gustav Forsling. Alright, so there we go. That should be enough cap space. Forsling was an AHL defenseman at best. He wasn't going to play. So let's see here. 6.1. That did not free up enough. Did I not do the math right? There's no way he signs for less than 6.5. Alright, let's go trade somebody else. I guess it's probably because he was a AHLer. I'm doing this quick, so I'm not really thinking about it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this last trade. I'm going to offer Falk a contract. I'm actually going to offer Falk and Krug a contract. And see who signs. But you won't know who signs until next video because I'm going to be a douche and not show you. Alande, Kara, they're all in. Man, Tyler Mott. You know what? If I trade Shoshnikov, I don't really want to trade. He's a nice fit though. He's not necessarily a needed fit though. So if I trade Shoshnikov, I can trade him to pretty much anybody. Carolina can't take him. They don't have cap space. I don't want to trade him to somebody that's gonna hurt me, so we'll trade him to Vancouver. Don't think Vancouver's gonna do anything to me. No skaters matching the block. How about draft picks? Give me a third. A third for Shoshnikov. Oh, actually, wait. Shoshnikov's decent. I can probably get a second. Can I get a second and a third? That's probably asking too much. Yeah. How about just a second? Alright, there we go. It sucks that I'm trading away pieces that people are attached to, but it needs to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and offer Torrey Krug and Justin Falk contracts. So there's Justin Falk. And there's Torrey Krug. Then when they sign, when one of them signs, hopefully, I'll have a little under 2 million left. I can probably sign a Nestorel. I don't remember how to say his name. Kajula. I already had him. I don't want to sign him. Nick Holden. I probably sign Grimaldi. Or Vetrano. For just that bottom 6 role. But yeah, that's where I'm going to stop the video. As always, leave your comments in the comment section below. Do you think I fucked up by trading those guys away? Do you think it was... I mean, I think it was necessary. I think a top 2 defenseman is more useful. But feel free to let me know. As always, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like on it. I'm recording a straight block here, so I'm going to have videos for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And maybe Monday. We'll see how the recording goes. If I can stay awake long enough. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. And I will see you tomorrow for the big free agent signing, hopefully.